All right, so today's lesson is on compound interest, and the learning goal is to use the compound interest formula, probably use a bit of different highlighter, compound interest formula to work out compound interest problems, okay? Now, the reason why it's a bit repetitive is that the simple interest problems that hopefully you've looked at already. Okay, let's go just straight to the example. So, the compound interest formula is right there. Yeah, we highlighted it. So, because this is it's compounded annually, I know that the question is going to be compound interest. So let's read the question. Determine the amount after 30 years if $15,000 is compounded annually at 4% per annum. So the first thing I need to do is just dump my formula in. A equals 1 plus R and then N. Now we've got to remember that R is the rate, so rate, and the rate is a percentage, and we always put it over 100. N is the number of time periods, and A is the total amount. Okay, and this is all with the formula. So R is here, N is here, and A is there. So we can get off and do it, all right, because we have number of time periods. How many time periods is it? 30. We have, there's a part of the formula I haven't put in, and it's the principal, okay, and let's put that in then. P is the principal, and it's a starting amount. All right, so it's a starting amount. And so that's their $15,000. All right, so let's get started. Let's fill in this formula sheet. So the principal is, in this case, is 15,000. So I'm going to put that in. Open my brackets, and then I'm going to go 1. 1's always going to stay the same. And the rate, is there a rate here? Hopefully you've seen it. Here it is, 4%, and it's per annum. So we're sweet because we've got years and we've got years here as well. So let's put that in. So that's be 4 over 100. Close our brackets. And then as an indice, not as a multiplication, so we need to have that little square box for most of your calculators. We need the number of time periods. So how much time periods have gone past? Well, it's 30 years, so we put 30 there. Okay. And all we do is put that in our calculator, and we should get an amount. Well, let me do it. I'm going to put 15,000, open my bracket, put what we need to put in there to the power of 30, and I get this number here, 48,650 and 96,265. Now, with all these finance problems, we're always working with money, so it's only up to 2 decimal places. So it'll be $96 and 96 cents. So over 30 years using compound interest, we've made $15,000 into almost $50,000. And that's by doing nothing to it, just by leaving it at the bank, and the rate's not even that high, it's only 4%. Imagine if you, like every year you put $1,000 in and did that for 30 years, imagine what the total amount would be then. It would be huge. So just something to think about. All right, I've got a second example. So determine the interest after 10 years if I borrow $10,000, excuse me, and it's compounded annually at 5% per annum. Okay, so let's just do our formula. P, 1 plus R to the power of N. Our principal, it's our starting amount. So I'm borrowing $10,000. So that's our starting amount. 1 plus is our rate. Where's our rate? There. So it's 5 per annum, so over 100. And our time period, 10 years. And it's only compounding annually, so we're fine with the years and stuff like that. So let's put that in our calculator. 10,000. Open your bracket, 1 plus 5 over 100. Close your bracket to the power of 10. Make sure it's to the power of, not times 10. And we get an amount, so I get $16,288, 94627. So because we have to round to 2 decimal places, put a line there. Is that number 5 or higher? Yes, it is. So that means that needs to go higher. All right, so it equals $16,288.95. All right, and just to finish so that's the total amount because A is the total amount. So it doesn't ask you for the total amount, it wants you to know for the interest. So the interest is the total amount minus your interest, minus the principal. So the interest is the total amount, which is represented by A, minus your principal. Okay, now, because it's like the $10,000 was what we borrowed in the first place. In the end, we have to pay back $16,000. So how much interest do we pay? Well, we just put the bigger number, which is $16,288.95 minus 10,000. And some of you will do this in your head, but it's just $6,288.95. Okay, that's a lot of money to pay the bank, all right, to borrow things. And if you think about it, this is a pretty low interest rate. When we talk about credit cards are like 18%. So that's why banks are happy to give you credit cards, because they make a lot of money, as you can see. Anyway, peace out.